Hi there folks, Borislav247 here with another Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 video. And on this video, I'm going to show the third level from Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 4, which is called Movie Studio. And this is the very first competition park that you have to get a gold medal in. So, as always, before I go for the gold medal runs, I'm going to show where the stat points are located. Right then, before going for these two stat points, I always like to make sure that the special bar is maxed there. So after this, it's just doubling back on myself, heading up this way, then turning to my left here. And up in this area is the first stat point. So just need to sort of get myself lined up here, and that should do it. Yeah, that's the easier of the two. The second one involves quite a bit of grinding. So it's one pretty high jump. Then it's a case of just grinding right along this area, and that is the second one, done and dusted. Now, as always, like to make sure that the stat points are allocated before moving on. Don't really have too much of a preference now because all my favourites have already got maxed. Right then, as always, you get given the competition rules. Very simple to follow here. You get 3 heats that you have to score as well as you can, and the 2 best runs count. So let's do this. Now then, I've been checking this area out, and there is a very easy way in which to get over 1,000,000 points, and I'm going to show it with the very first run. Starting with a 900, going into the revert, then going into a manual. Want to jump into a special move, which is the rolly dark slide I'm using here now. This pavement section goes on for quite some time, but I've got to make sure to jump off before the very end and then go into another manual. And once I get down here, yeah, it's just keeping these manuals here going for as long as possible, and I'm just going to go with hand flips. And look at this already. The base score is at nearly 36,000. The multiplier now at plus times 27 times 28. Yeah, this should pretty easily get over 1,000,000. And there we go, superb. 1.3 million for the first run. And that score was complete overkill for this particular competition, because any run that you have where you score over 300,000 points will get you the 99.9s that you're looking for. So for the second run, I'm just going to do a much easier version of what I did before. Basically, I'm not going to bother with the grinding. I'm just looking to get a 900 in place, then going into a revert, then going into a manual, and then from here, just more hand flips. Now this won't score anywhere near as well as what I got in the first run, for obvious reasons, because the base score is a lot lower, but this will certainly still be more than enough to get the job done. And of course, because I'm doing hand flips, I make sure that I come out of that balance bar at the very top. Yep, 457,000, that will do the job nicely. So I'm not risking doing any more, because if you do happen to go for more points and you actually crash, that can impact how the judges score you. But there we go, 99.9s. So the gold medal is assured. And because of this, for the third run, I'm not going to bother too much with tricks, or maybe some at the very end. But what I actually want to do is to show a hidden area that you can access on this level. And it's basically dropping down into this sewer section here. And I just went a little bit too fast there, so a little bit slower. And there we go. You actually have this pretty cool section where you can do tricks, because there is ramps there and whatnot. But really wanted to show this one because it's where you exit that's quite interesting. Now, if I had actually tried to apply the brakes there, I would have stayed on that top section. And that's pretty relevant for an item that I'm going to show the location of very late on in this video, because it's the Panda Plushie that you need to get your hands on. And by exiting the sewer section there and stopping your skater very quickly, you can potentially make life very easy indeed to get the Panda Plushie, because I'm going to show a different way of getting to that particular section. But right now, yeah, I've decided just to do a few more tricks here, and I won't do too badly with this, but yeah, there you go. Just shy of 150k. Definitely was never going to get 99.9s, but however, I wasn't really looking for a score there anyways. It was all about just showing that hidden section on this level. And there we go. The gold is assured. So, moving on to the rest of the collectibles. Right then, 3 bundles of cash to be had on this level, and the first one is just to the left of my start position. Just get up here, then use that ramp, and then job done. Now, this second one, I'm heading over to the same area where the first start point was nearby. But the cash that I'm after is just right there. Now, the last one is actually inside this building here, and you can actually see it there on the right hand side. But I just need to get to the top of this ramp section first. And, okay, not... oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah, I've made an absolute flipping arse of that, but never mind. I'm up here eventually. And, yeah, it's just a grind along there, and that is the third cache location. Right then, onto the Iron Galaxy logo. And before attempting to get this, make sure that you have your special bar maxed. Because not only do you have to perform a pretty damn high jump in order to get this one, but you ideally want to be doing a boneless jump. And that is basically 2 taps of the up button before letting go of the X, just to get the extra height, because it is right up there. Not the easiest to get, but that is how you do it. Right, for the hidden deck, another high jump is required, but you don't need to worry about doing a boneless one. But just make sure that that special is maxed. Want to approach this at speed. Have that up button already pressed, so when you let go of the X, you do a much larger jump. Right then, finally, the Panda Plushie. Going to start by a jump, onto a grind, and then up onto this section here. And this is why I wanted to show that hidden area before, because it brings you out at this particular point, where I could have saved myself so much hassle. But however, from here, a grind, a jump over, and you've got to make sure that you position your skater so that he actually goes over to that particular side. But there we go, folks. That is Movie Studio, well and truly taken care of. As always, thank you so much for watching the video, and I hope you all enjoyed it. Take care.